Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Burrow gets it out wide quick. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Bengals have a first down. So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. Hang with us. More football coming up from everybody. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Nearly a big... by the safety, and I guess you could still say it was, but it benefits the offense as he gets called for roughing the passer. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down.
180.
Here's Burrow. He's got a man left, and he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
12.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Cut near the goal line. And this is down all the way to the 3. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
That's another Bengals first down.
11.
Set up the screen here for Harrison. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grow their lead just before halftime. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals take a 3-possession lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Jaguars and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. And midway through the season, you can see he's pacing the NFL running backs and receiving touchdowns. A real versatile player for them on offense. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. New set of downs for him. Now starts at the 38. Rolling from the gun here. He beams one, deep right side. On it to the yearly, picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. Completed over the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Well, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Setting up to throw.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. I'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Massive hit. The ball is out. And now the Bengals have it. And they're able to add some extra yards onto the turnover too, Brock, as this defense steals away possession. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Stop.
Running back sent in motion.
Stop.
On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half.
12.
They'll stick with the ground game here. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. Our journey through the NFL starts now, and it begins at Arrowhead, the Chiefs at home to take on the Buffalo Bills. And this is the running back for the home team. Chalk it up for a 59-yard touchdown. The Chiefs move their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play well here in the season's first half. From there, let's go out to Denver, checking in on the Broncos. They're playing host to the Miami Dolphins. And this is Bo Nix. Part of a big game for him, 3 total touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 passing. One more to show you, and it's out in Seattle, the Seahawks hosting the Washington Commanders. And it's Jaden Daniels. The throw, the catch, and a 39-yard touchdown pass. The Commanders put it on cruise control. They win it 28-7. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Jaguars and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Now we're going to have a break in the action. One of the Bengals in some pain. They're going to go out to look at him. We've set it down from the 37. On first down, Warren. He's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. A gain of 15 there. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Warren once more. And his charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
He was brought down by Jordan Battle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 45-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, baby.
They'll go again with Warren. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
Warren running between the tackles. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Only a yard on that pickup, and it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 9.
1 yard on the play.
This may be one of the only spots in goal-to-goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
Okay, it has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
So the offense staying on the field from a bit of a distance here. They're going for it on 4th and goal.
60 Eagles, 60, Panther 11, Panther 11. Dragon 60.
4th down, pass coming. And he drops it. As costly a time as any to bobble to throw on 4th and goal. That's a turnover on downs. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
There's A-Chain up the middle. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Eleven.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
11.
Looking to throw, Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. So that brings them to 3rd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Into the hands of Harrison. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
11.
Off the shotgun, they'll give it to A-Chain. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They gain 11 on that play. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
Bengals 1st down.
12.
Gainable 11 on the play. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Staying on the ground here with A-Chain. And he's going to manage a low yard on that drive up the gut. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Burrow to the air now. That's him on the quick hitter. And they make the play at the 39 just before he can pick up that 1st down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 2.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
11 MP, take.
With A-Chain here up the gun. He dodged the tackle. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
11.
Taken in by Chase, left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
11.
A-Chain, a 1st down carry. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Here we go. 180.
Kick the running back in motion.
20 shot. Stop.
Burrow from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
20 shot. Shot.
Burrow throwing here, 3rd and 2. Here's a screen for Achane. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's good.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
1st and goal, Cincinnati.
Here we go.
Trying to run it in, Achane. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Gun.
Burrow back to throw. Pass it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
To Brenton Strange. A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
So they'll have some time to prepare for 3rd and goal. We're at the end of our 3rd quarter. It is Bengal football, and they're going to start the final quarter up by a couple of scores. They've been kept out so far. Need to find a couple more yards here on 3rd and goal.
Stop. 180. Stop.
Now Burrow finds his back. Achane. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Back to the line they come, 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
He's going to throw this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Throw here, 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Warren here from the gun. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Looking now from the gun. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run. Following the play, one of the Jaguars in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
At the 24-yard line.
They're going to try and throw it here. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Bengals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
11, Thomas.
A run now with Achane. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 180. Play touch.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Bengals close to picking up their 5th win. He has it at the 33. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Jaguars headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. 1st and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Back to work after throwing the pick. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking in the air here. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense is hurrying, time running down.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the
1st and 10, looking to throw. Cut out left. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got Brown on the slant. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Sticking to the air here. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They're working quickly here.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
From the red zone now. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. And goes to the hurry up here.
A 4-yard gain.
Still sticking with the passing game. And this is going to be a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars making the scoreboard look a touch better. Jags offense hasn't left since the touchdown. They're going for 2 here. All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out.
Well, maybe some second guessing of that play after the miss. I think it was just an instant of the defense guessing the call correctly and right on the spot.
And that's the Bengals who are on that one. And that's a wrap on this ball game. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Stop. Ready. Stop.
It's Chan on the inside again. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Jaguars' 49.
Chan again. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped the loss again. It's going to be 3rd down.
He was brought down by Jake Kaiser.
So the Bengals take this one on the road. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games.